Ah! MJ Hurley, what up?
The Arrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Third Down Thursdays is back. Yours truly is back. We have a new router. We have new things going on here. Internet's working.
Ooh.
Everything's fine. Shout out real quick. I think it was Cy, right? Cy last week. Shout out to Cy for helping a guy out because unfortunately I had a situation that came up with my internet. But we're good to go now. MJ, how are you, my guy? What's going on?
I'm good. I realized I didn't get my charger before we started, so let me snag this little thing real quick.
We're already starting off. We're starting off the pod with a freaking,
I'm perfectly fine on battery, but about 8:30, I would not be perfectly fine on battery. And you know my ADHD self. If I don't do this right now, it's not getting done.
I get it.
We're gonna plug this in. And all right, we're good to go. Hello, guys. How we doing?
All right, awesome. So we're in the pre-show. We were talking about the very first thing I noticed as soon as I hopped on. So you see that red jersey behind you from when you So your face is the same color as that red jersey. So
I turned down the brightness on my camera to help to get that a little bit.
Is that really what you did?
That's why I was doing it here. But you can see my glasses tan line. So I played 18 holes with my dad today.
You got nice eyes. You know what? Real quick, you got nice eyes. Have you ever thought about doing some contacts action?
No. So my eyes are so messed up. I can't do contacts.
I vaguely remember you telling me that before.
Yeah. So my corneas are the wrong shape. I'm gonna have to get cornea transplants in a couple years. So I actually, like dead serious. My corneas are they're supposed to be circles, right? They're football shaped. They're ovals.
Bro's got trapezoids. No, you got trapezoids,
literally,
bro.
I got like some geometric shapes as my eyeballs. So we're gonna have to get that fixed here in a couple years. Not excited for it whatsoever. But that's neither here nor there.
I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So you know how sometimes like if you like get shaken up a little bit, you get like floaters, right?
Yeah. You see like little like squiggles, or stars, or you see like the little stars and shit.
I have like 8 of those on a daily basis that are always in my vision because my corneas are so bad. So when everybody makes like the bad vision jokes, it really is a thing with me. Like I really do have horrible vision. It should be able to be corrected at some point. If I get cornea transplants, it'll be fine for a while. I have a really bad astigmatism, so that won't go away. But I can get LASIK in like
what is going on with you?
Once I have the cornea transplants and they're like good. Yeah, so it's a whole thing. Bruce, I went to when I was like 12 years old, I went to University of Chicago Medicine downtown. And
here we go.
I went to like the head eye specialist, right? He looks at my eyes and he goes, I've only ever seen this in a textbook. He goes, I've never seen this in person. And it actually kind of gives me like a little PTSD because he called in every person in the entire office.
Yes, they're like, look at this, dude. Okay, well, how about this? I'm gonna tell you a great story here after you're done explaining. Go ahead. No, finish.
No, that was basically it. It was just like 10 different people wanted to look at my eyes because it's so crazy. Like I've never seen this in person before. I've only seen it in a textbook because it's corneal granular dystrophy type 2. So I'm going to have cornea transplants, not before I'm 26 because my body has to finish fully developing. And if I got transplants now, my eyes would attack the transplants and I would go completely blind.
Body hasn't finished.
Shut up.
So basically you're saying your ball haven't dropped.
Basically, yes. Yeah, I still got a couple years left. But yeah, so in 2 years, I can start the process of thinking about getting transplants.
All right, fair enough. So so you reminded me of when I actually went to. So a buddy of mine was getting married. Actually, I think it was Eric, and you know Eric, good dude, awesome guy. Shout out Bottle Theory, guys. If you're ever in the Chicagoland area, out in Elmhurst, Bottle Theory is a really great place to go to. But real quick though. So it was Eric's bachelor party. And his bachelor party was held at and this is a great story because I like Cy and Connor are gonna get a kick out of this shit too. It was held at we went paintballing. Like I don't know if have you ever gone paintballing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's freaking awesome. But you get those like weird dudes too that are all dressed in like, fatigues and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
have their own like, gun and stuff like that. Walking in
Really
like,
nerdy. Yeah.
yeah, and they do the pre-test to make sure everything's all good on their gun that they bring in, their paintball gun that they bring in. Got to make sure we preference that because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings around here. And so they bring it in, whatever, they test it, everything's good, blah blah blah. So we go to this one particular area, and I forget what the like the stage or the like grounds are called, but I mean it's a huge lot of different areas with different like I guess like environments. Like one's like Armageddon, the other one is like just different areas like a forest. Another one's
different
this,
like scenes.
Yeah, exactly. And this one was just very basic. It was like, so those of you that played Call of Duty, it was like Rebirth Island. Everything was very close. Everything was just like boom, 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 boom. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So I ducked behind this like pallet. There's a pallet and then like a wooden sheet and another pallet on top. So it was like top covered, bottom covered, and like where I'm going covered. I'm good to go. There was a slight slit. It was like legit, not even like probably like even smaller. It was like probably like that big, right? So I'm good.
It was that big.
Oh, believe me, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get.
Oh
to that.
no!
So yeah. So I'm like I'm peeking around the corner, pop, 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 and I like that slit was at like a perfect level. Pop, 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 pop. I go back, and all of a sudden one goes through that little area that you wouldn't think it would go through, and it hit my right nut. No joke. It went boom right off my right nut, dude. It was the most painful thing I have. Keep in mind, I have had heart surgery. I have had a broken wrist. I've had concussions. I've had, I don't know. I've had meniscus tear. I've had just multitude of different like athletic like issues. And obviously the heart like that was different. That we're go. But I've had multitude of different things happen to my body during the course of my amazing years on this earth. But when I tell you, this was the most painful freaking thing that's ever happened to me. It is. So that leads me to the point where like I'm out, I quit, I'm done, whatever, blah, blah. So I get the go to the store, get the frozen peas. I had frozen peas on my nutsack, whatever. It grew to the size of a baseball. So I had to actually say, like, okay, you know what? Time out. We're gonna go time out. We're gonna go to get it looked at. We go get it looked at. I go to the urologist, whatever. The urologist is like, all right, you need to go here just to make sure that we don't need to pop this bad boy out of your body. So, all right, cool, let's do that. So to go to your point about like, hey, come on, bring everybody over. So the hospital that I went to have the ultrasound on my right nutsack was a teaching hospital.
No.
So no, you could give approval, it's fine, whatever. But so I had I was like, yeah, it's fine. To my knowledge, I didn't know that there was gonna be a group, but it was kind of funny. So there was this girl that walks in, she's like, all right, well, if you don't mind, like we're gonna take a look at everything right now. And when I say girl, like girl, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, this girl's gonna. I feel like I'm cheating on my wife right now. Like what the. Well, not wife at the time, girlfriend. Right. So I'm sitting there, no joke. Like, dude, when you're like, I'm laid out with like my pants. Like, it was weird too because like they give you like a hospital gown that's like has a hole in it. So it's right, like the glory hole. Like I'm sitting there with like it all out, everything like that. So I don't know about you, but like, I manscape, make sure everything's all good, make it look bigger than it appears, So I'm sitting there with it all hanging out, and I'm just like, and believe me, the thing's like, it was, I don't even know, like it was like this, it was like that big. It was like the size, it was huge. And like they did the ultrasound, and she's like, all right, so if you don't mind, we're gonna bring in some people because like It's a teaching hospital. Do we have your permission? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Not a big deal. I thought it was like maybe 1 or 2 people. They brought in, not even kidding, like 10 to 12 people into this room to like legit stare at my sack. I'm like, all right, this is happening. This is happening. Let's let's put on the show, boy. Let's go. No, I didn't do that, obviously, but I'm gonna tell you, it was awkward. It was awkward. Everything worked out. Obviously, I have a daughter now. Everything's gonna go. Didn't have.
I was gonna say
popping up.
It worked.
But man, let me tell you, dude. Like it was definitely something. It was definitely something, man. And that's not even the story that I was actually want to talk to you about, like from earlier this week. Like to transition to that, but like so Monday, I go to start my truck.
Yeah, I saw you tweeting stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So I'll give it. Let me hey, if it was only running for me to do that, but it's running now. Everything's good. But shout out to I'll give them a shout out. Shout out to GMC. I have a case right now open that they are looking into with issues with my vehicle, and they are trying to rectify it as much as they can. And believe me, there will be updates to follow. If there are things that I don't like that they do with the situation, I'm sure you're going to hear about it not only on my Twitter account, but also or my X account or on here. So anyway, MJ,
can I get a oh
yeah?
That's it.
Anyway, great stories.
I mean, storyteller over here, storyteller.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, man. So everything's good though. No complaints. Caleb Williams is looking like a sexiness of Chicago right now. Both Chicago baseball teams are absolute doo doo.
Correct.
I can't wait to see the Chicago White Sox move because I genuinely think that may happen.
Where would they go? Wait, like cities?
Nashville. No, they're gonna. I think they'll move to Nashville. I think Reinsdorf will end up selling the team.
Oh my gosh!
And that's not just me. That's just me. Like I have no.
Yeah,
I know. No source. I have no person that I talk to about this or anything like that. But that's just me. Like kind of like looking through, like sifting through the tea leaves and being like, his family. His kids do not care at all about about the White Sox. They don't care. To be honest, they don't give a shit about the Chicago Bulls either. But we're sticking with the White Sox right now. They don't care about the White Sox. That's whatever. And you're seeing it with their attendance, poor attendance. The product on the field is absolute doo-doo. So it wouldn't surprise me if out of nowhere you see Reinsdorf sell his portion of the team, which is I think the majority, because there is I don't even know if you knew this, but there are people a part of that organization that are owners that own 0.5%, 1%, 2% of the Chicago White Sox. So it wouldn't surprise me though if something came up that all of a sudden Jerry Reinsdorf has decided to sell the team and we hear about it and it's to. I think the Nashville Tennessee area is kind of like I don't know if that's entirely accurate. I don't know if that's going to be true or not, but I think it'd be a larger city. Come to think of it, where would they go if it wouldn't be Nashville?
Montreal is possible.
Oh, good point. I like that.
The two places that are always pitched for expansion teams. Well, now that the A's are supposedly going to Vegas is Montreal and
Vegas,
Nashville. Yeah, and then Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hypothetically, you could keep. So the thing is, I highly doubt that Major League Baseball supports a sale with the White Sox leaving to Nashville. Because if they're going to put a team in Nashville, they're going to expand Major League Baseball. I don't I don't think they're going to, because that was one of their big qualms initially about the A's going to Vegas. Is they're like, well, we wanted to put another team there, we wanted to put a new team there,
Right.
and so that's why John Fisher had to agree to not sell the team until at least like 2030 or whatever it was, because they wanted to make sure that he stayed there and the A's stayed there if they did actually end up moving. So
Fair enough.
if they did do something like that, that's the only way I see the White Sox moving, is if Jerry makes a deal with Major League Baseball like John Fisher did, which would suck for White Sox fans, which would absolutely suck. What are you laughing about? What is going on in our comment
Some people,
behind the
it's
scenes?
like you guys don't see the private chat, but
Wait, what?
so real quick, we're just talking
What the heck? What in the world? I'm getting surgery on my eyes, not my kiwis. What the heck?
You got 2 kiwis. Hey man, but you know what though? If you
Hold
got
up.
kiwis, my guy, you know if you got kiwis, that just tells us that you manscaped. So good for you, my guy. Good for you.
Yeah, and kiwis are
Good for
delicious.
the wifey. And good. Oh well, all right. I don't know that. I don't go. I'll go that far.
The fruit.
I was about to, well, you gotta be a little fruity. You gotta be a little fruity if you want to go for them kiwis, bro.
Speaking of which, let's bring in Connor Davis.
Speaking. Oh, wait, real quick, before we bring in the best segment in podcast history, I have to make sure we make a comment. We talk about this. The man, the myth, the legend himself just released his first song off of his newest album. His name, that man, is Eminem.
I saw
And
that.
let me tell you something right now. When I heard that shit, I was like, dude. Yeah. Let me
It's a
talk to you.
banger.
Oh my god, dude! I freaked out. I was like, there's so much nostalgia. There's so much like that's in like
There's so many little nuggets in that song too.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. Well said. And there's so many people that are already hating on him, talking shit, saying that like he should be canceled again, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, dude, this isn't even bad. This isn't even what like this is like the chill, relax portion of Slim Shady. Like I hope this album that comes out, I hope he hits it the way he did back in like 2002 and like just go absolute ham on everybody, because that's what I brought up. Well, all right, so I saw a hilarious, this is the last thing I'll say on this. So when I was younger and during that time when he came out, they said like it was the boomer generation that was like, no, you shouldn't listen to this. This is terrible, blah blah. Now it's the younger generation that's like, no, you should listen to this. This is terrible.
No.
I think it's hilarious though that like you have like the older boomer generation saying like don't listen to this, it's bad, it's inappropriate. Now you have the younger generation being like, he should be canceled. Shut up, don't be little bitches.
You know what? I don't care. Like, especially when it's like not my kid or not my, like, I don't care what you listen to. Like, Bruce, I couldn't care less what music you listen to. If we bond over music, that's cool. If you listen to completely different stuff, that's cool too. Like, music is meant to be enjoyed. So if you enjoy it, enjoy it. I couldn't care less what you listen to.
I just think people get their feelings hurt too easily now.
It's like getting their feeling. It's like they enjoy getting their feelings hurt. Like they want
something. That's exactly what it is.
They want something to be outraged about because their life is so boring and so useless that they have to worry about other people's lives because theirs is so boring and so unable to provide any substance to their life.
And playing that golf piece, dog.
Yeah, go play some golf. Go touch some grass.
Go touch some grass. Exactly. With
Please.
that being said, ladies and
that touches a lot of grass.
The man, the myth, the legend himself. Haven't seen him in 2 weeks now. Haven't seen him in 2 weeks. So it'll be nice to bring him back in here for the best segment in podcast history, the Davis Division. Here is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Connor Davis. Let's go. What up,
Hey, guys.
dog?
Why are you in
Hey,
your
guys.
bed, bro?
Oh, I was gonna actually address that.
Wait, real quick. So real quick, I actually got a funny story. A buddy of mine actually was like, "Yeah, dude. So that one guy with like the green headphones. That's what you're known as right now, bro. The guy with the green headphones.
That's
Hey,
tough.
these headphones are like real nice. This is the second pair I've owned of these headphones, and I've had them since 2017. They literally last for ages. They're amazing. They're awesome. Gotta love them.
Connor, I
Yeah.
hope you know I just screenshotted that.
Screenshot of what?
You know what?
What I put in the comments?
Yep. Yup.
Uh,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my executive producer in our private
Talk about-
chat.
Talk about kiwis.
okay, well, what did Sai
Hey,
say before that?
It's not
He said-
gas,
I don't
bro.
care
He
what Sai
said,
said.
"That ain't Connor. No gas for him." And then I told him I'm gonna put gas in his eye so he gets pink eye.
Wait, you said you eat kiwis whole?
Yeah, you missed that.
What the heck?
I missed that too, bro. You kiwi bowl.
Oh
Dude, I
my,
put
No, you
a
don't.
little
my
winky
goodness.
I will say right now I
Is that-
have no socks on.
You don't have socks on?
Yeah, and the air is like on my toesies right now, and it feels pretty nice.
Can we get to sports?
Yeah, we
What?
can.
say.
What in the world? 2
Time
weeks ago,
out.
you were talking about getting oiled up. Now we're talking about your toesies and eating kiwis whole. What is going on over there, Connor Davis?
I actually have probably eaten a kiwi 3 times in my life. On 3 separate occasions, I've probably had a kiwi.
Kiwis are so
Yeah,
good.
because they're not super big in the South. Kiwis aren't super big.
Good
down here.
save. Good save.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Good
Right.
save.
but they're very big down somewhere else. If you know what I'm saying.
Anyway,
Wait, can I play this sound?
Oh, probably not. No.
yeah, probably not.
Oh, we can play it again though.
Whoa.
Ah!
You know, there's a company that makes like the monkey balloon games called Ninja Kiwi.
Oh yeah.
I just thought of that because you said kiwis below the belt. It made me think of like a black belt in karate.
All right, what do you got for us, Connor?
Okay.
Okay, let me put this up again so now I know where to cut it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do it twice.
So now I know where to cut it.
Yeah, we've been talking a little bit, but y'all saw my text earlier. We were making a little Facebook drop off run, and there were jabberjawing over there, and I was like, I kind of gotta go. It's almost 7:00. Yada yada yada. And I was kind of there. I didn't get on my computer till about 6:50 something. So, I didn't have really much time to prepare. But the breakdown, we did talk about such great topics. I think I'm just gonna talk about what we talked about on 3 segments on Tuesday. Let's see what y'all have to say.
Great topics. Yes, sir. Let's
I kind of like that. It doesn't bump as hard as the Saints go marching in, but I mean, it kind of bumps. I don't mind it.
You see
Yeah.
the immediate reaction MJ had. Is he frozen? Is MJ frozen?
Nope.
No, he's just like that.
Oh yeah.
When I first saw MJ, hold up. Can I show you something before? Hold up.
Oh boy.
When I first saw MJ, I could tell like he's got a little bit of like shaved face. So this was my immediate reaction when I first saw MJ. He looked like a young Mr.
I'll
Frederickson.
take it. That's a dapper young man right there.
He is dapper. He is dapper. But you got the black glasses and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, MJ shaved. Looks like a young Mr.
It's
Frederickson.
a
Oh
little
my
hot.
God!
It's a little-
Hold on, put that. Holy crap! Put that back up. All right,
Hold
put
up.
that
I got
down.
you. I got you.
Oh my God! No, don't do that, MJ. It just did go back. Oh. That's pretty good, bro.
I'll go put my tux on.
That's pretty good.
Oh my
All right,
God.
all right, we got.
This is staying in the David. I'm putting this as the first part of the video. I hope you know that, MJ.
That's perfectly fine by me.
Because we're gonna talk about Mr. Frederickson. So, on Tuesday, we talked about a couple pretty good topics. I would think so, and the last topic was probably the best one. So I'm gonna save it for last. And so, you all saw, it was on the media everywhere, that Justin Jefferson became the highest paid non-quarterback player in NFL history. We all saw that. It was everywhere. What yada yada yada. Well, Nate and I talked about it, how this kind of ruins the market or whatnot, and what this would mean for the non-QB players around the league.
Mm-hmm.
So Justin Jefferson becoming that highest paid player. My question for y'all is, because we can keep this brief if y'all want to, whatever. How does this affect the market, and how does this affect the non-QB positions on the team if these players are getting paid now $40 million, $50 million, $35 million a year? That's about the same as over half the quarterbacks in the league.
It's not going to be. There are going to be very few players that get this type of money. I understand that after this contract, somebody like CeeDee Lamb is going to want that type of money. I'm sorry, CeeDee Lamb. You want to know why you're not getting that type of money? Because Dallas manufactures offensive players like that. I understand that CeeDee Lamb is really, really good, but also understand that the Dallas offense has been better than their defense almost every single year since the 90s. That's what they do. That's what Jerry Jones does. He gets offensive superstars. So if you're CeeDee Lamb, you can hold out. You'll get a contract. You're not getting more than Justin Jefferson. And even if you do, I apologize to everybody else in the league. You're not getting money like that, because those two guys were probably the two best receivers in the league last year. You can throw Tyreek Hill in there and I'll be happy, right? That's the bar. If you're not at that bar, I don't care. You're not getting that type of money. And so if you're the best couple players at your position, I think you should get paid like that. I don't think it really impacts the rest of the guys on the team. I think the quarterback salaries impact the rest of the team more than somebody like Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings paid him that much because they're paying their rookie quarterback rookie numbers. So they can pay Justin Jefferson that. You want to know why it's going to be hard for Dallas to match that? Because they're overpaying for Dak Prescott.
I like that. I don't know if you're done, MJ, but I actually really like that. So to go to your point though, all right, real quick. Sorry, my ADHD ass. Shout out to Boston right for doing a quick thing on Bill Walton. May he rest in peace, because that dude was a very much
legend.
Bruce,
absolute legend. Absolute, yes, sir.
I don't want to like ruin your flow or anything, but I do want to address what MJ has said about the Dallas Cowboys not being able to pay CeeDee.
Oh no,
it is.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I was getting to. Hold on, I'm getting to that though.
Oh, are you going to address that? Okay, go ahead.
That was my first thing. Well, I'm not going to talk about the actual numbers because I'm sure you pulled out numbers. My thing with the Dallas Cowboys right now though is not only is it CeeDee Lamb, it's Mike Parsons. It is also, I think, Dak Prescott, and I think there was somebody else too. But more specifically, though, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Parsons, and there was a third party. I can't remember the third person, though, that they have to pay in the near future. So
was it Diggs?
No.
Oh,
it was, I don't think
no, it's not.
Diggs got an extension.
I can't remember who it is. There's a third person that needs to be paid. Anyway, but no, I don't think CeeDee Lamb should be paid, even though his numbers are actually better than Justin Jefferson's. But
its touchdown numbers are better.
Do I think that this impacts any other position? No. It's the same thing that we've seen repeatedly in the National Football League. We pay I say we, but they paid running backs an exorbitant amount of money out of nowhere. They paid middle linebackers, off the ball linebackers, an exorbitant amount of money, and they're like, "Nah, they were paying them too much now. Oh my god, we got to change that." So there's only so much tread on the tires of wide receivers and running backs and different positional players that contribute to a significantly to a franchise. And while yes, you're going to pay Justin Jefferson that money because he's the best player on their roster right now. Unfortunately, the Vikings aren't winning jack shit, and they're not going to be able to win with a guy getting paid that much money. And like, I'm not hating on him for getting his bag. Like, get your bag, dude. Get your bag. But when have we seen a team throw a shit ton of money at aside from the quarterback position, throw a shit ton of money at a running back, wide receiver, quarterback, defensive lineman, outside linebacker, defensive end, cornerback? Like, what have we seen any success from that? So it's the same thing. It's the same stuff that I've seen for countless amount of years. Like, one position will be more valuable than the other because what they end up doing is it rolls over. It's a pendulum. Right now, the wide receiver position is the most important position aside from the quarterback position. I guarantee that there's going to be a time that all of a sudden we're going to see in the next we'll say 5 years. The next 5 years, we'll see the running back position all of a sudden be the hot go-to because some offensive coordinator decided to utilize a running back more so in their offensive scheme. So it's not gonna hurt anyone's feelings. It's not gonna do anything terrible. It's just how the market is playing in the current time right now. It's immediate reaction. That's all it is. In my opinion.
I kind of I appreciate y'all's responses, but I kind of want to backtrack, and I'm not trying to neglect what you just said, Bruce. So don't take that. I just want to backtrack.
No, I don't care.
MJ said because I want to drop a little bit of fact. I want to drop a little bit of numbers. Because MJ said that, hey, the Dallas Cowboys, the reason there is not going to be a way for them to pay CeeDee Lamb is because they are overpaying somebody like Dak Prescott. But
I didn't say they can't. I said they won't.
But okay, well, let's just look at some numbers and you tell me what you think after you hear this.
They can mess with the cap however they want. I'm saying they won't and they shouldn't.
Well, they might not, but and they might use it on Micah Parsons, but they'll figure it out. Whatever happens. But I do want to point out that this statistic that I saw the other day, and there are three I would say superstar quarterbacks. I use that loosely because one of them I don't know if I could label superstar. And there are three of them that are on their final year of their contract coming up, and that is Dak Prescott, Tua, and Jordan Love. So the interesting thing about these three quarterbacks is, yes, they are all on their final deal, but there's only one of them that is the best case scenario to extend them and has the best outcome if they are extended. And it's not Jordan Love and it's not Tua, it's actually Dak Prescott. Now, because Dak Prescott is in the best case scenario out of these three quarterbacks is because if he was to get an extension, it would only benefit the team's cap because then they could spread out that cap and however many years he gets extended. He's the only quarterback out of these three that the next year his cap actually lowers and does not increase like Tua's or Jordan Love's. So he only helps the team by extending.
Right.
So what? Okay, what
so
does
that way
does that have to do with anything?
That way they're able to pay somebody like CeeDee Lamb.
Brother, it drops from like 58 to 40. What do you're saying this like it's going to go from a full cap hit?
That's an $18 that's an $18 million.
Yeah, that would probably be my guess. It'd probably go from roughly 58 to 40.
I don't know what the number would be.
I'll take that 100%. $18 million.
It's good numbers. It's good enough to sign one of their superstar players back. And I say one of them. I say one of them because I don't know what they're going to do to sign both.
But you're saying this like it's this magical thing that nobody's ever thought of.
No, but I'm just saying that
when a quarterback is already on an expensive deal and you sign an extension.
I'm saying he's in the best case scenario because he's the only one that doesn't increase in cap if he's the one that signs the extension.
Okay, so
If
no, I
Jordan
don't.
Love
Okay,
signs
hold
an
on.
extension,
No.
if
Stop.
Tua signs an extension,
Hold
their
on.
cap hit only
I think right
increases.
now, no. I think that right now it's not the actual player that you're saying is at the advantage. It's the franchise that's at the advantage right now. So the Cowboys are at an advantage right now because,
But they're
if
really
it-
not, because the Dolphins and the Packers don't have other people to extend.
But if it drops, no, that's not true because because Jordan Love, I think Jordan.
Right,
Love
I'm saying outside of the quarterbacks.
Contract. Okay, yeah. Outside
of the quarterbacks, the Packers and Dolphins have nobody else to extend.
Okay, fair. But what's the most?
So how are they?
Position?
How are they?
What's the hold on. I'm not getting you popped off. I'm not trying to piss you off. What's the most important position in the NFL?
Why are you asking dumb questions? Quarterback.
Right, exactly. No, it's not a dumb question. It's just it's a preface to the point of it's also the highest paid position in the NFL. So to be honest with you,
I'm not disagreeing.
Jordan Love's going to get a shit ton of fucking money. So it's going to
he's probably
increase.
Going to get like 200 plus million. Yeah.
That cap hit's going to
You're
be
out.
significant for the fair. That cap hit's going to be significant for the Packers. So what I think Connor's trying to allude to is the sheer number that. Okay, everyone's cap is going to increase except for the Cowboys, and I don't know how this is, to be honest.
But that's not true. So okay, here's how this works, right? Let's even say that the Cowboys
we got him going. We got him going
because not you, Connor, is not doing basic math. Okay, let's say Dak.
It's a fact, though.
No, Connor, open your
ears.
Off the top of open your ears. I swear on everything that's good and right in this world. You throw stuff out without actually doing any homework. Dak Prescott is going to drop. Dak Prescott's cap hit, even if it drops 20 million. Do you understand how much CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons cap hit will bring up if they both get signed? Even if one of them gets signed, you are negating that benefit completely. The Packers and Dolphins don't have anyone else.
But I'm not saying this is only straight. I'm talking about the quarterback. I'm not saying the Cowboys are going to sign CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons back. I'm saying they could because Dak is the only quarterback.
How does this have anything to do with the wide receiver question?
Because you brought up Dak Prescott, and I wanted to pull out.
You just want to defend your little SEC butt buddy.
No, Mississippi State, actually.
Yeah, I know.
No, I wanted to pull out a fact.
Okay, so you agreed with me.
I wanted to pull out a fact that they could sign CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons if they wanted to.
I never said they could.
They very easily could, and they could sign both of them. They could be able to sign both of them because of this.
They're not.
I never said they. I never said they.
Okay. So I'm gonna disagree with this. So I'm gonna throw this out there.
What? He's just throwing random stuff out there. What are we doing?
Well, eat your dinner.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I actually do think though that with them signing Dak Prescott, I think they're going to end up signing Micah Parsons, and I think they let CeeDee Lamb walk.
That's fine. I mean, I would probably go for that.
I personally, dude, I don't know because
So
I actually
have
think
to do with the question.
but anyways, let's just again, so to go back to the original question that you brought up, Connor, I really think that it's not going to reset. It has reset the market to a certain extent. That being said, though, again, it's a pendulum. Right now, the wide receiver position is the most important position in the NFL. It is what it is. So, what do you got next?
I'm deciding on if I should. I'm trying to think of how long we would spend on the last topic and if I want to skip the second topic or not.
Oh, isn't that good? That's gold.
It's very good because me and Nate literally played Skip and Shannon Tuesday.
Oh, I like it.
So,
me and Bruce gonna scream.
I mean,
Al Horford with a dunk. If you had Al Horford
fired up,
if you had Al Horford for a dunk for the first basket, you won a lot of freaking money.
It's up to y'all. Do y'all want me to skip the second one, or do you want three of them?
No, do the second one while I eat my dinner.
Oh, do the second one. Okay.
Yeah, we do the second one.
So the second one was actually interesting because I
got to go pee too. So.
Okay, well, if you need to go run and tinkle,
you want to jump on? Si's got the green screen too and everything.
Well, I could put them on, but the green screen really is supposed to cover the whole background and not just a little bit of it. That's kind of what the
Wow.
purpose of a green
Connor,
screen.
you're sitting in your
Wow.
bed.
I
Connor,
got
you are
gloves.
sitting in
Without
your bed.
socks. Without socks.
Without
dog, Without
socks.
socks.
And my toes are feeling very, very
Look at
comfortable right
Luca.
now.
Look at Luca.
Oh, Jeff asked if JJ or CMC deserves more. I think he asked this Tuesday too.
JJ provides more overall value to the team. CMC is the better player.
Ooh, I disagree with that. I think CMC provides more both.
Well, I think there's more talent on the 49ers. So I think CMC as a whole, in a vacuum, I would take
I think
CMC.
I think JJ is more valuable for the Vikings only because, like, to your point, like, but I think CMC is a more gifted player, athlete, NFL stud, beast.
I agree.
Sexiness.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What?
Whoa.
All right, we got Connor. Hold on. Wait, Connor. Keep MJ entertained. Give me like 2 seconds, real quick.
Okay, I'll keep MJ entertained.
Hi, Connor.
What you eating, MJ?
Pulled pork and rice.
Pulled pork and rice. That's a southern thing. Just meat and rice.
Yeah, it's
You
delicious.
got that from down here.
No, we got that from my kitchen director in Illinois.
Oh, okay, that's an Illinois thing. Okay, well,
Yeah.
where
I
are they
don't
from?
know. It's a my wife thing. She makes it. I don't ask questions. I just say
Oh.
yes, ma'am, and I eat dinner.
It's not dry or nothing.
Oh no, we got barbecue sauce. It's made in chicken broth. It's moist.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't know if she just slapped a thing of pulled pork on some rice and called it a day.
Oh no, this I put this in the crock pot about 2:45. This thing been marinating.
Oh, okay. Y'all done set it up.
Oh yeah, garlic powder, onion powder, cinnamon, and then a container of chicken broth. Put that thing either on high for 4 hours or on low for like 6 to 8.
Well, Jeff Fortepney said
It's
something. Let's
delicious.
address this comment while we're here waiting on Bruce, because Bruce is gonna take a minute. Is JJ more valuable, Justin Jefferson, more valuable with their current QB situation?
I think it's about even.
All right, what we got?
I don't necessarily think so. Oh, wait, I'm trying to swap. I don't necessarily think so. I think that JJ is definitely more valuable because now you have a young quarterback who obviously needs somewhere to throw the ball. And now he has somebody like Justin Jefferson who has racked up 6,000 yards in 4 seasons.
I just don't know how good McCarthy's going to be. That's the
Let's
only
look at it.
concern.
All right, so I was about to say
But that's exactly that's why. So JJ is more valuable.
No, stop. Look at it from a receiver perspective right now. Like he could be absolute trash. Look what happened with like the Giants and Daniel Jones. Like
Or the Giants and Kenny Galladay.
His value drops significantly
Sure.
with a trash ass quarterback. So right now the Vikings could have put out all this money to him, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's absolute dog shit because not him, the player, but dog shit because of his stats. Because you have a trash ass Michigan quarterback.
Could
It's
be.
possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, what we got? We got for number 2.
Okay, number 2. So we're gonna go to college football, kind of switch it up, and then we'll go back to NFL because the last one's super important. So Nate and I have been on the topic of NIL these past couple of weeks because it's just been something that's so prevalent in college football and that needs to be talked about. Because
the fact that
right
big
now,
schools can pay money now.
schools can now pay their players, yada yada yada. They open the gates. I was gonna say an analogy, but I probably shouldn't say that. They open the gates to NIL, and now everything's just flooding through.
Why? Say it. You can say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it because then I'm gonna put this on YouTube or whatever. But I will allude to a gate being opened, and it's just flooding out.
Wait, what?
We'll talk about it later. So
Gate being
gate,
open.
like the doors were open, and then it's just constant, something coming through,
It is the month of June, Connor.
Yeah.
Continue.
And my team was one of the 8 or 9 teams that did not advertise for this month.
Same.
I'm proud to be a Saints fan.
Same.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
anyways.
He did.
Now, NIL. Let's talk about it. This was a concern of mine. Obviously, talking to Nate, he's like, "Oh well, I got some back pay I got to go get back to because look, I was part of the greatest recruiting class in Arizona history, and I didn't get a dime in NIL." So we talked about it. We said, "Hey, obviously you have the powerhouse conferences like SEC and the Big Ten and all that stuff, but you also have those smaller conferences like Sun Belt and the Athletic Atlantic Conference
and
and
the
all these."
Pac-2.
Yeah, and the Pac-2 now. So we kind of weighed the scenarios, and we asked ourselves this question: how are smaller schools now going to be able to compete with these larger schools like the SEC and the Big Ten in NIL? Because now the school has full power in paying their players to come play at these universities.
Well, so they only have they can only
Yeah.
pay 20 million.
27. It's 27. I think it was 27 point or 21.7 or 21.7 million. Yeah. So, and that money is allocated to the athletics sector. It's not specifically given to
Not just football.
No, it's not
Exactly.
just given to the athletes. So they can actually take portions of that money and put it toward facilities, put it toward.
Yeah, they don't have to pay the players.
MJ and I had this conversation 2 or 3 weeks ago when it popped and it was breaking. So there's a lot of money laundering or money. There's a lot of lawsuits that are going to arise from this, in my opinion. And the players need to sign off on getting paid. By the way, that's the other thing too. So
no, that's just the back pay.
Oh no, yeah, right. But no, it's still the same right now though. Like the players still have to right now currently. So they actually have to still sign off on on them getting paid and being a part of it. So if say hypothetically speaking, MJ, you and I are absolute beasts and we tear up the gridiron and Connor is the last man on the freaking roster. So we all sign up on we all sign the contract, whatever. You and I are going to get more money than Connor is because
Correct.
Connor's chilling on the bench, but that has to be agreed upon based off of the contract that's given to them at that time.
That's just the back pay. There's no sign on for the. Yes,
are you
I'm
sure?
positive. I'm positive.
Yes.
So it's just for the back pay. The way
Send
it
me
works.
Send me that.
It was the article from the Associated Press when it came out. Yes. So the way it works is for the back pay, you have to either agree to be a part of the back pay lawsuit, and if you do, you agree to never sue the NCAA regarding NIL or anything like that. If you opt out, then you can sue for whatever, in whatever case, if you want to be a part of a different class action lawsuit. For the current players, there is no current contract in place regarding how they will be paid or who will be paid. The only thing that's currently in place is the revenue sharing aspect. So all of the revenue from the SEC will be pooled together and then distributed out to each team. And then each team has the ability to pay up to, like you said, I think 21.7 million.
I think it was 21.7. I got that. I'll double check it.
I'm
reading it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm reading it right now. Well, no, it just says 20.
North of 20.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is. NCAA will pay more than $2.7 billion in damages over 10 years to the past athletes. Sources told ESPN. Sources said the parties also agreed a revenue sharing plan allowing each school to share up to roughly $20 million. Okay, so that's where I got the 7. So it was a $2.7 billion. That was damages for 10 years.
Yeah. So for the back pay, it goes back to 2016, and they calculate it based off of your star recruiting status, how many snaps you actually had on the field, all of that. For the current payments, the only thing that we know is that it's up to the school how they allocate it, and that it will have to follow Title IX, because that's what Kenny Sy and I talked about last week. Is it will have to, because what's going to go away is the scholarship number limits. So there's no longer a scholarship number limit on.
I like
football
that.
teams.
I do like that actually.
It's now a roster limit, and so that is how they're going to get rid of the scholarship limit, and so schools will now have to balance that because they're not going to get rid of scholarships. They're just going to get rid of the scholarship limit, but they're going to have to balance that with also evening out the money between men and women.
Yeah, you got to think about that. You got to think about that though. Like if you give a student a scholarship and also you're paying them, it's like
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is because at a certain point you also have to consider. Dude, you got to consider if you're paying them, they're full time. If they're full time students, all right. So you're going to give them health, you're going to give them benefits, you're going to give them health insurance, like dental, vision. Like what's the man? There's a lot of red tape that I don't. I mean, I'm sure
that's why they're not implementing it this year because they have no idea. Like they came to the agreement and then they're like, okay, now we'll figure out what's going on.
Shit.
Yeah,
Right.
so their goal is 2025 for it to actually go into effect, and they're hoping that by fall of 2025 they actually know what's going on.
Look, I'm cool with it. I like the idea, and I talked to you about this. I like the idea of athletes getting paid to a certain extent, but like, nice. Hey, someone's at the front door.
Someone's on camera, yeah.
But like, there was a certain part to me too, though. That's just like. It kind of sucks too because it ruins the ability for the people watching it to be naive to the point of them making money or to them because like there's a certain purity involved in college sports. I felt like when I was growing up, when I was watching, you know what I'm saying, and. Now it's like I knew it was there. We all knew it was there. We saw it with Reggie Bush. Like, and to be honest with you, he shouldn't have. I never lost his Heisman because he bought a house for his mom. Jackasses at AAA. But like you saw it, and no, it's just they should be paid to a degree, but I don't know. Anyway, all right, let's go with 3 because I think we went a little longer than expected on question 2.
That's okay, because number 3 is actually very interesting because, I'm a big CJ Stroud guy. CJ Stroud guy here,
are we talking about CJ Stroud's stupid?
Hold up. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, I know you're going to get fired up, MJ.
CJ Stroud can go.
Let me preface before you go ahead and keep going, before you bring that passion and fire that I so enjoy.
Oh, I'm going to bring you some passion and fire.
So CJ Stroud went on a podcast and he was sitting down on the couch, not the bed, I'm chilling in the bed. He was sitting on the couch and he was asked.
Wait, what kind of couch was it though?
It looked like kind of a crusty trap house looking couch.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Side, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Connor. Of course, Side knows what you're saying.
Side.
Maybe I'm just out of the loop, but. He goes on the podcast and he's asked, look, you got 2 players, each of their careers as they stand right now. Which player's career would you rather have? He asked, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers' career or would you rather have Eli Manning's? And CJ Stroud's immediate response was, you know what? Give me Eli's. I'm going to take the rings. And although Aaron Rodgers has less rings than Eli, CJ Stroud was like, hey, he beat Tom Brady twice. I want the rings. I'm good with just the rings and everything else. But when Nate and I talked about it Tuesday, there is a lot to take into consideration. I honestly talked about how Aaron Rodgers was this nice filet mignon steak with all these sides and all the things. And Nate was like, well, he dropped the ball, this many amount of times, whatever. And I said, look, he might have dropped the ball. He might have dropped the ball, but he's this nice steak. He's got this baked potato and salad on the side. He might have forgot the cheese or the chives on the baked potato or the salad. He might have dropped the ball there, but you're still getting all the sides with your steak, right? But with Eli Manning, you get almost a undercooked steak with no sides. Because there's just not much of a resume there for Eli Manning, although he beat Tom Brady twice. But he wasn't the only one to beat Tom Brady. That defense held one of the greatest offensive offenses of all time back in 2008 to 14 points. So I would not credit everything to Eli Manning.
Oh,
right
so
there.
now defenses
So-
get credit. Okay, that's
So
crazy.
Oh
now
my God.
my question
That's
for
crazy.
y'all
So when
is,
we're talking about the opposing quarterback,
MJ,
defenses get credit.
shut
Okay.
up.
whose career would you rather have, Eli Manning's or Aaron Rodgers?
Bruce,
Go.
you
With
can
that
go
said,
ahead
though,
because
With that
Bruce, you
said,
can
you
go
gotta
ahead.
make sure. I will. I got you. But with that said, though, if you're traveling anywhere, whether that be with Eli or with Aaron Rodgers, gotta have good insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544, tell him that Third Down Thursday TDT Media sent you. He will hook you up with some good stuff, like Aaron Rodgers being the best in this conversation. Okay, so I'll start. So who would I want to have? All right, man, this is actually kind of tough. Excuse me. So I'm struggling with this one, to be honest, because I from the ability standpoint, I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers, and he has a Super Bowl, but with
Don't ride the fence, Bruce. Which career would you rather
yeah,
have?
it's very difficult. Like I said, it's difficult.
You got to
This
go
was-
one way or
this
another.
was
Nate
tough
and I
for me.
played Skip and Shannon.
This one's tough for me. Honestly, God, it really is tough for me. I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers. Honestly, I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers because as much as I Eli should have his flowers and he's an absolute beast in like 2 Super Bowls. Agree with MJ. He and yes, I'm gonna pull this card, MJ. His defense was very, very good with that year with Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan, and if Tyree doesn't have a absolute ridiculous catch, are we talking about Eli Manning or are we talking about Peyton's little brother? Oh, so I'm gonna put it like that. So I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers because I think Aaron Rodgers paved the own way for the Packers. And yeah, he lived in the shadow of Brett Favre, but guess what? He stood taller than that shadow there in Green Bay. And I'm saying that as a Bears fan. And this man was able to not only, and I told MJ this, we've had this like in another episode of Third Down Thursdays. He is in the top 3 of all-time best quarterbacks in the NFL. He is
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We'll get to that. But also he might be one of the most accurate, if not the most accurate throwing quarterbacks of all time too.
He's not the most, but I'll give him one of.
I will.
He has the 5 best touchdown to interception ratios in a season ever.
But
It's
he's
like
not the most accurate. Do you know who has the number 1 percentage completion?
I don't care who has the 5 best touchdown to interception ratio. Stop glazing over your 5'9".
I'm not glazing. Drew Brees has the best completion career percentage out of any quarterback.
Yeah, because he couldn't throw the ball further than 10 yards.
The last 2 years of a 21 career.
Because he could never throw the ball further than 10 yards.
Anyways, Aaron Rodgers, fuck off, both of you.
The only thing that Eli Manning has over any quarterback in NFL history is the fact that he beat Tom Brady twice. And so if the narratives I've always been told are correct, the only thing that should matter is rings. And so if that's true, it's Eli Manning. But if anyone uses their brain, if anyone wakes up and smells the roses, the answer is Aaron Rodgers. He's made the most money of any first-round pick in NFL history. So if you want to talk about being able to take care of your family, which I know Aaron Rodgers doesn't like his family, so that argument doesn't really work. If you want to talk about... No, it's tough.
He's hate to see outlawed by his family.
Off the field, psychopath, right? If Jackson here, he's going to lose his mind, right? That's perfectly fine. On the field, if you use your eyes, which is
Oh,
Bruce's
oh.
favorite thing to do, Aaron Rodgers is the greatest person to ever throw a football. And the disclaimer I will put with that is Patrick Mahomes will probably pass him in that. I need to see Pat do it for another 5-8 years. As long as he keeps on the track he's doing, I will give Pat his crown when he
I'm gonna
retires.
piss off.
Right?
I'm gonna piss off a lot of people with my next comment. Go ahead.
That's
AJ.
perfectly fine. Aaron Rodgers, in every category other than games played, is better than Eli Manning. And so if you want to talk about an entire career, if you want to talk about public perception, nobody in their right mind thinks that Eli Manning had a better career than Aaron Rodgers. That is absolute. Nate Ness? Okay. Well, then we can talk about that Nate's not coming on today probably, but next time Mahomes is better than him right now. Well, duh, Aaron Rodgers is 40.
Hold on. Let me.
All
All right, you ready for this? Ah, God, I was trying to look it up before we decided to change it, but it's okay. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna put it out there. Compare Eli Manning, not Super Bowls, not like playoff victories, because we all know that. Compare Eli Manning to Jay Cutler.
I was just gonna say that.
I don't think Eli Manning's even the best quarterback in his draft class.
Hold on, real quick. I like how Jack
Didn't
was
Drew
talking
Brees
about
get
how
drafted?
tough. How yeah,
No,
he did.
Drew Brees was before Eli Manning. Drew Brees was
I think it
like
was the same year.
2001.
No, I
Eli
think it
Manning was
the same
2005.
year.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, maybe not.
No, it wasn't. The Chargers drafted Eli. that
Okay,
year,
just
and they
say
traded
it.
with the Giants.
Just say it. Who's?
Oh, Ben Roethlisberger and Phillip Rivers are better than Eli Manning.
Oh, well, duh.
Oh well, yeah. So no, anyway, I'm gonna compare Eli Manning's stats. So whatever. screw
Wait,
that.
they're like almost the same.
Look at Jay
Holy
Cutler and Eli.
crap.
Are they actually almost the same?
Yeah, their career averages are like
It's
I
yeah.
gotta
almost
look this-
identical per
I gotta
season.
look this up.
So completions per game,
Oh.
19.9 for Cutler, 20.5 for Manning. Attempts
Yeah,
per
I
game,
really
almost the
thought about
same.
that.
Yards per game, like 8 yards off. Touchdowns per game, 0.1 off. Interceptions per game, 0.1 off. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Jay Cutler had a better passer rating than Eli Manning.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah,
Jay
because
Cutler-
Eli Manning was doo-doo.
Jay Cutler was a dog, and but he was also a little bitch. But
Yeah, it's okay though.
But he was
It's okay.
But he was tough. He was tough as shit, though. Dude, that game. All right. So speaking of the Giants, like that game that he played against the Giants, he got concussed and got his ass absolutely handed to him. I think there was like 5, if not more, sacks on him that game, and the guy still played. So, and there was significant hits. See, exactly. Thank you, Tanner.
How did you hear? That's crazy.
But yeah, I just think it's wild that
Dude,
people.
Porzingis has 11 points right now. Dude, he's
Yeah, nobody on the Mavs has enough skill, Luka, to stop that.
What?
Okay, but can I ask y'all a question because y'all brought it up earlier? What are we ranking Aaron Rodgers in the top quarterbacks of all time?
3.
3. I agree.
I
with
don't
that.
think he makes the top 3. I think he's just shy of it. I think he's like number 4. But I do think he's better than Brett Favre. Don't yell at me because
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
a lot of people glaze him down here, and I have to say, I'm like,
No.
dude, are you
I
kidding
agree
me?
with that.
I
agree
love
with
Brett
that.
Favre. He's from my hometown, but like,
I was
let's be
supposed
for
to-
real.
It's possible, Jack. Some people are saying.
Jordan, 1993. Average
So who do
40.
you put over Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers is number 3?
Tom Brady.
Just Tom Brady?
Who else? Come on, MJ, say it. Say his name.
I'm personally putting Drew Brees over Aaron Rodgers, but that's my own opinion.
wild.
Y'all probably don't agree
That's
So,
with that.
so
but
all
Drew
time,
Brees
all
is the
time. So all-time quarterbacks. Who am I putting over Aaron Rodgers? Tom Brady. I'm definitely putting Tom Brady over him.
I'm putting Peyton Manning over Aaron Rodgers.
If I'm being honest, in like my true honest opinion, it's Peyton Manning and then Aaron Rodgers.
You
That's
don't think
that's
Tom
my
Brady's better
that's
than-
my.
Wait, hold on, time out. You don't think Peyton? Okay, so and so I'm gonna preface real quick. I actually liked Peyton Manning more than Tom Brady.
If I'm
So
talking
really?
like
I
pure
did, 100%.
pure on the field football skill,
But Tom Brady's a goat.
he has the most rings.
He hates him. He hates him so much.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and I wish that every day when you make that stupid post on
Yeah,
Twitter, I could dislike it.
I hope
wish
he
there was a
responds,
way
dude.
for me
I
to
hope he
dislike it. You know
responds.
what? I'm gonna start responding because I'm probably blocked on Twitter too. So I'm gonna start responding so that he
So
can't
is that,
see your
wait,
tweet.
hold on. Jack, is that? Keep that up. Jack, is that your ranking? Brady, Montana.
Patrick Mahomes
Peyton
is already more talented than Brady ever was.
No. No.
Dan Marino more talented than Brady ever was.
Dan Marino. Okay, so Dan Marino, like, unfortunately for him. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. John Elway, I don't think was a very good quarterback.
If Dan Marino played in 2024, Dan Marino would be the greatest quarterback of all
Did
time.
he say, okay, he put Montana at 2? Montana isn't even the greatest 49ers quarterback of all time. Come on
Steve
now.
Young. What do you think, Steve Young?
Steve Young's better than, okay, we cannot have this argument. Steve Young,
here we go.
honestly, revolutionized the quarterback position. He's better than Montana.
Oh, but
Okay,
I
this is my
thought
argument.
rushing wasn't
Bro,
important.
Hold up.
Bro,
This is
Bro,
my
Doug-
argument. Hold up.
Doug Flutie revolutionized the quarterback.
Hold up. This is my argument. When you have somebody like, and the Packers did it as well, which is why I put Aaron Rodgers over Brett Favre. When you have somebody as great as Joe Montana, who was the greatest quarterback of all time back then, and then you have someone like Steve Young come in, take over Montana's place, not only does what is unexpected of him, he surprises everybody, but does better than his predecessor. Steve Young's better than Montana.
But I thought when we talk about like Lamar versus Dak, you say rushing doesn't matter.
And I also coupled scrimmage yards. I also coupled scrimmage yards.
You know what
I
MJ just did right there?
yards, all
On Connor.
touchdowns.
MJ's like, receipt right here.
Yeah.
Receipt right here.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
can't
no.
beat me in that, MJ. Like literally,
I
you can go on
have.
for
I
ages.
have.
No,
Oh,
you
no,
can't.
I have.
I have all
Here
this
we
the
go.
numbers right in front of me. I have never pulled out just rushing category or passing category. It's always been scrimmage yards as a whole. So don't play that crap with me, MJ. It has always been every touchdown, every yard, every complete. It's been everything has been coupled.
And then you ignore all the efficiency stats when it comes to Lamar being more efficient than Dak. You ignore all of those. You
I don't
just want your
ignore
pretty
any
little counting
efficiency
stats.
stat. I don't ignore any efficiency stat. I have given Lamar his flowers. I just don't think he should have been MVP.
You gave him his flowers and then slapped him out of his hand and stopped on him. You didn't give him anything.
Because I just don't agree. I don't agree with the MVP.
So you're letting your because you're letting your personal bias affect it.
It's not personal
just
bias.
like you do in all of your arguments.
Numbers don't lie. I mean,
yeah, numbers don't lie, but men do.
Do you realize? And you want to talk about efficiency, right, MJ?
Yeah.
Do you realize
efficiency
how many?
Is Aaron Rodgers.
You realize how many first downs Dak Prescott had over Lamar Jackson? You want to talk about being electric? You want to talk about extending a play? When you extend a play, I would consider that electric. You know how many first downs Dak Prescott has over Lamar Jackson?
By a first-year quarterback in your own
He had over 30 or 40, I don't remember the exact number, first downs. 40, it was 40 first downs in Lamar Jackson. Do you want to know how many games Lamar Jackson would have played extra to even come close to Dak's number of
you know what
extending the play or
losing
first
in your own
downs?
stadium to a first-year quarterback. That's what I consider electric.
But even right now,
absolutely
you're just like,
electric.
oh, Connor, you don't bring anything into the conversation. When I'm sitting here giving you facts and you're just like, oh, okay, well, stadiums and people playing each other. Wax on, wax out. Like, okay, this is your personal.
So you want to talk about first downs?
Facts, and I'm giving you.
Talk about actual yards gained. Talk about yards gained per play. Talk about efficiency per play.
I did it. That was back in the.
Okay, so what?
I pulled that out of my butthole way back then. I don't remember all the numbers.
You're just like you pull all of your arguments out of there. So what's Dak's EPA compared to Lamar's?
I don't remember. It's all back there. It's been months ago, MJ. But I do remember the first downs.
It's all back there where you keep all of your arguments.
It was on the first downs, and
that's fine.
I mean, I don't. It's not biased. It's not my opinion. When you extend a play, that is electric. When I can extend a play and make a first down, that's electric.
You're digging your own grave.
Let me just do this real quick. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'll come back. I'll let you all go back at it, but I'm gonna say my 2 cents into this right now.
Good.
Oh, what up, Kenny? All right, so extending the play is one thing. and I don't disagree with you on that, Connor. I really don't. However, we saw a quarterback in the city of Chicago that extended the play, and we saw how successful he was. And reports are, which were also the same things that I was saying, that I also got direct messages at me saying that I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm racist. I'm this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, brother only could actually make one read. That's all he could do. But he could
run forward.
But he could extend the play. And it's not a hate on him because he's super dude. He's awesome. I like Justin Fields. He did everything that I thought could potentially be a great quarterback in the city of Chicago. But extending the play doesn't necessarily mean a successful player. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at Tom Brady. All right, so MJ, I'm gonna say it. Okay. So
Lord.
I do have a counterpoint to my own point, but I'm not going to say it. But look at Tom Brady though. Tom Brady was not a guy that could extend the play, but you know what he did? He stepped in the pocket, moved. He was able to see the awareness in that. He had that pocket presence. That's why he was as successful as he was. And you know what? I'm going to call myself out. Counterpoint to that though would be Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had great pocket presence, but was able to extend the play because he stayed behind the line of scrimmage, but was able to kind of run around a little bit and be like, okay, I with his eyes still up the field. So just because you can extend a play doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful or be, as you said, electric. You could be electric, but it doesn't mean it's going to be a successful play.
But he was successful. He's got the most MVPs out of any. Aaron Rodgers has the most MVPs out of anybody in history. Well, tied, but he's got him. Anybody in history.
Well, I just spoon fed you that counterpoint. So okay, look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't extend the play, so to speak. He was just able to step in the pocket and read freaking. And to MJ's probably anger or whatever, Tom Brady's the best football player or best quarterback of all time. I'm not going to say football player. I'm going to say he's the best quarterback of all time. He didn't extend the plays to your definition, did he?
He didn't have to.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
He didn't have to.
By the way, to your first down argument, Lamar had more yards per attempt, yards per snap. So if you want to talk about first downs, that's just because
and I just pulled it
Dak
out.
was on the field more.
Lamar had 160.
Pause. Time out. Did you just say you just pulled it out?
Well, I pulled out the stats. I should have finished that.
Yeah.
Lamar had 167 and Dak had 222.
You should.
And I just completely ruined your first down argument. So are you still bringing out first down numbers? That only has to do with how much they are on the field. That
Lamar
has
only
nothing
missed
to
one
do.
game, did he not?
I'm not talking about how many games they played. I'm talking about how many snaps they were on the field. Dak was on the field more.
Yeah, because he had more. Of course he was on the field more. Yeah. That makes sense.
No, Dak was less efficient. That's my entire point. Dak was less efficient. Lamar was more efficient. Because I like making Connor mad.
I think somebody that led the league in touchdowns would be the most efficient, but I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know how numbers work.
Well, no. So efficiency has to do with
when someone has 48 total touchdowns opposed to the other person's.
You really don't know what efficiency means, do you?
I guess I don't, because I guess touchdowns are just another number that don't matter to you, MJ.
Efficiency is evening out. Let me give you a little math lesson then, since I know that math isn't real good in the South. So let me give you a math lesson.
Oh, wow!
Efficiency has to do with if you equal out. If I have 2 drives and score 2 touchdowns, and you have 1 drive and score 1 touchdown, right? Then our efficiency is the same. Every time we're on the field, we score a touchdown. Awesome. The same way, if I'm on the field for 10 snaps and I go 100 yards, that's 10 yards per snap, right? If you're on the field for 10 snaps and you go 50 yards, that's 5 per snap.
This is ridiculous.
And so that's efficiency. Lamar produced more yards per
Oh my
snap
god, Porzingis.
than Dak
What?
Prescott. And so you can throw out total yards. You can throw out touchdowns. That's cool. When you look at actual efficiency, which evens out any other factor, how many yards do they gain? How many touchdowns per snap? Lamar is better in efficiency. So you can say that Dak Prescott has all these cool counting numbers. When you actually look at actual math, Lamar Jackson had a much more efficient season, which is more important.
Okay, but like I can tell you that. Okay, let's look at it like this. Okay, say we work the same amount during the week, right? We work a full week's worth of work. Okay, but at the end of the week, you might make more money than I have a couple days before the week. But at the end of the week, I make more money than you. So therefore, I am more efficient because we have both worked the same work week. But just because you made more money at the beginning of the week doesn't mean that I am less efficient than you. It just means that by the end of the week, I made more money than you. Therefore, I am more efficient. By the end of the season, Dak had more touchdowns, more yards, more completions, more everything. Therefore, more efficient. They worked the same work week. Dak had more money by the end of the week. Therefore, he was more efficient. I don't care how he got there. I can tell you.
You know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy about that? Dak got fired 2 weeks before Lamar did.
Okay, cool. Your point is, it's a team sport.
Lamar worked 2 more weeks.
What's up, Kenny?
These are regular season numbers, MJ.
Oh, so
an
the only thing
MVP award is a regular season award.
Interesting. But I thought you were saying that Dak Prescott was just a better player.
I said he was more efficient by the end of the year.
So wouldn't the more efficient player win more playoff games?
I don't know. It's a team sport. It's a team sport, MJ.
Oh, so now it's a team sport.
Oh,
it always
here we
has
go.
been.
Oh,
It
so
always
now
has
it's a team
been.
sport.
There's 11
Now
players.
it's a team sport.
There's 11 players on the field, MJ. Count. I thought you were good at math.
Really?
One player doesn't equate to a win.
Oh my
I thought
goodness.
you were good at math.
Wait,
I thought the
so
South
when-
didn't have good math.
So wins
There's
are
11 players on the field.
Tom Brady's the Tom Brady's the reason why the
So
Buccaneers
wins
have
aren't a quarterback
championship.
stat? Wait, so
I
wins
never
aren't a
brought
quarterback
wins.
stat?
You are bringing wins. I never brought wins to anything. I'm bringing pure numbers that only matter, and you're bringing crap numbers to how they got to the final product. I made more damn money than you did at the end of the work week. Therefore, I am more efficient than your ass, MJ. I made more money than you. We both worked the same week. I made a band, and you only made half of that. I am more efficient. I brought more money home. Therefore, I am more efficient. If I want to buy my mama a house with my NIL money because I made more money than you,
Keep going.
I will buy her a house.
Keep going.
Thank you.
That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was
I have
funny.
been waiting almost
All right,
2
go.
years for Connor to do this.
I have a Radio Shack, Mike, which is why I try to prevent myself from going over a certain volume.
I have been waiting 2 years for Connor to finally unleash like this. Pause.
Let's go. That was good, Connor. Good shit, bro.
I
Hell
love you
yeah,
with all
that
my
was
heart,
fun.
Connor.
That was fucking awesome. I don't
Clip that for the YouTube, Connor.
I sat in the.
You want your Skip and Shannon?
I sat in the background. I'm just like, you know what? Let's not
Bruce,
catch
you
a
were
fucking-
literally the dude in the middle during a rap battle. You were like, "Oh,
Dude, oh, yeah, dude, like as soon as like, and I saw Kenny jump on in the back. I'm like, Kenny, hey, what up, Kenny? You want to be a part of this, bro?
Bruce was like Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point too. Oh, that's a good point.
I had nothing to provide right there. I was just listening to both of you guys.
Sometimes good entertainment is just good entertainment.
I didn't interrupt.
Hi, Kenny.
How's it going, MJ?
Oh,
I'm making a
it's
TikTok.
just great, brother.
Oh, real quick. So now that, like, honestly, God, Connor, I want you to stay aside. If you want to jump on with your weak ass green screen, you can.
Yeah, bring your silly little minion self in here, brother.
But real quick though,
I'll put it on the backgrounds if I have to, but we're not. Gonna.
Oh wait, that looks so much
Oh,
better.
there we go.
Wait,
Okay,
when,
yeah.
when we do it like this, it looks so much
I
I
better.
know it looks.
Here,
Oh,
pull
why
it,
do you
pull
look
it
so
more
bad?
towards you. Pull
Yeah,
it more
like
towards
turn
you.
No,
turn
he's
it.
straight. No, he's straight. He's straight right
No,
now.
he can't. He can't.
Oh,
I
is
can
it
move
too
it a little
close
more
to
closer
it?
to me, but I'm not.
No,
gonna
you're
do
fine.
it.
You're fine. You're fine. Just fucking put something up.
You're out.
Put Connor's face on the green screen.
Oh,
Ooh,
That'd
I
be
gotta go
great.
find a picture. Hold on. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I've got
yeah.
pictures.
Or Kenny's
Send me a couple.
beard. Oh, Kenny's beard.
Send
would be
me-
hilarious.
MJ, send me some of Connor right now, please.
He's like just peeking. through
Connor
his
will be
beard.
my green screen background.
Hold up. You know what picture I want on the green screen? I don't
All
know if
we're
I
picking-
have
Please
the
don't
original
leave the
file.
picture.
I want this
Oh,
on the
that's
green.
what
Yeah,
I
I knew it.
I want
hold on.
this.
I can do this. I got you. I can do that. I can do that.
I want
Oh,
that
fuck
on your green
Oh,
That's
screen.
not,
we're
that's
on
not
a mission.
justified vision of Connor, though. Like, look at him now. Look at this gentleman.
Dude,
Look at jawline,
Literally gone
every-
from this
to
that.
To that.
Look
So
at him.
now. Look at him.
What
Look
a
at that
dashing
smile.
young man. Dude, the Connor I met 2 years ago would never have screamed at me. Like I am like a proud dad right now that he just lit into me like he's Skip Bayless. Like that just made my week.
I'm gonna tell you right now, MJ. How the fuck did you make me like? How do you think I felt when I was like?
You're out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
no,
that's literally
seriously.
no.
Well, you
His
know what,
his
though?
defending
I'll-
Dak Prescott is me arguing
Yeah, no.
against Tom Brady. Like
Yeah,
that's.
but yours makes no sense. He actually like.
I know you're trying to get me going again. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Get the popcorn out. This is gonna be good.
He and I
Alright.
might disagree on some things, but that episode of Beers and Sports where Eric and I just screamed at each other for 60 minutes about
That
Aaron
was
Rodgers
awesome.
versus
That was
Tom
so
Brady.
much fun.
That was the
so
greatest
much
60 minutes of my life.
fun. That was so much fun. That was so
Like
much
that
fun.
that just made it was fantastic.
Y'all are so very similar. I don't even know if you like realize.
No,
that.
I know. Yeah. That's
But
why,
y'all-
that's
y'all
why
are
we yelled
very-
at each other so much because we were too much alike.
It's so true. Anyway, all right. So this week, it was just announced.
Speaking
that
of which, can I yell about Luca at some point?
Yeah,
Hey, we got a
talk
whole
about
we got a whole show we got to record after this, MJ. We yell there.
Boston looks so good. So
Or
real
does
quick,
Dallas
though,
look so bad?
no, Boston actually.
Some
looks
are saying.
really- dude, Boston looks really good. Oh, that should have been a turnover. Wow, they're whooping there. They're almost up by freaking what 30?
That's crazy when a 7'3" man is more efficient from 3-point than Luka
Turnover.
Doncic. That's crazy.
Oh my God, stop. Anyway, so this week, recently, the NCAA announced the expansion of the playoffs for football.
Mm.
God, I'm so bad right now. That being said, what do you guys think about that? Some people are talking shit. Some people are like, "Oh, it's gonna ruin." Wow, it's gonna ruin the NCAA. It's gonna ruin college football. Blah blah blah. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's gonna be fun. Granted, I don't like the fact that games are on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's kind of like that's come on. But at the same time, though, I don't know if you guys saw the schedule breakdown. Field the Eights, shout out Field the Eights. Actually put a tweet out like showing the dates and times for college football and NFL football games during that time frame, and it was great because every single day for the month of December into January have a football game, a meaningful football game, a part of it. So that being said, what do you guys think, Kenny? I want your response first. To be honest with you, what's your thoughts on the expansion of the playoff brackets for NCAA football?
I think it's a great move. I think for the longest time, there's been a lot of complaints over the hangover from the conference championship to bowl season, or especially the playoff season. So now that you're moving these playoff games much earlier, pretty much right after the Army-Navy game, it's going to make it a lot better for the teams. It'll make it a lot easier on the coaches trying to strategize. And again, like you said, the meaningful games is what's most important. And so you're going to be getting a consistent flood of that. So it's a great move for college football. And I think everybody that complains about this kind of
didn't
stuff,
work.
they're stuck in the past.
No, just get up. Just get up. Just get up.
Come on, guys. Just look a little baby Connor.
You can't even see it. You can't even see it. Did you see
Ah. Gotta like frame it up. It's one of him sticking his tongue out while he's talking to
yeah,
Jaden Crumity.
Yeah, crop it.
No, it wasn't Jaden Crumity. We'll have it. We'll have it for next episode. I can't. It's not working right now.
Fair enough. But anyway, no, I 100% agree, Kenny. So as somebody that unfortunately bets on the Army Navy game, I'm really just for fun.
Okay.
It's not like it's a significant amount of money. It's like maybe like $2, $1, whatever. Like just like
A gentleman's
So
bet.
yeah, exactly. Gentleman's bet. I love it. I can't wait. I watch the Army Navy game. I do, because what else is there to do during that time frame? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
So-
it's actually a really good game to go to. I highly recommend it.
Oh, you've been to one?
Yeah, I went to the one that was in Philadelphia
That's
at the
awesome.
Link.
That's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So no, 100%. I love it. I can't wait. I'm glad they did it. All right, Connor. I know you're a big college football guy.
I'm glad you went to me. So I actually do really like the format. I like that the first 4 seeds, there's still significance on getting the first 4 spots. I actually disagree on how the 5th team is chosen. So now your top 12 teams do not make the college football playoffs like it has been originally. Your top 4 teams were automatic shoe-ins. Now it's your Power 4 conference winners, and your 5th team is the highest group of 5 team who wins, I guess, the group of 5. I don't know how to put it out there other than that. It's the best group of 5 team in the nation. Well, if I go back in history, which I had just been doing while y'all were talking, and I go back to 1998 because that's the earliest I could go back of relevancy. There has not been a group of 5 team that has made the national championship in college football. I do not agree that a group of 5 team should make the top 12 unless they are in the top 12. I think it should be the top 12 best teams in college football that should make the playoffs. The group of 5 teams should have no relevancy in winning. I don't care what you do. You should be able to make the top 12 if you want to make the playoffs. If you make 23 like Liberty did last year, you're 23. Tough luck. You didn't make top 12. Let's keep college football competitive. Putting a group of 5 guy in there is not going to make it competitive. They're probably going to lose first round.
But then you have it's college football. Any team, anytime can put up a fight. Boise State in the in the BCS era, you had Northern Illinois competing, and Northern Illinois out of nowhere from the MAC conference actually was able to compete with I think it was Florida State in one of their bowl games. You have the opportunity if you get a good enough team. Just because they don't play against the best schools in the country doesn't mean that they're not necessarily good. Appalachian State beat Michigan one year. I mean, anything is possible in college football.
And to Kenny's point too, you had Boise State beating Oklahoma in a bowl game.
And I would agree with you guys if a group of 5 team has made it to the final game. And
but
that
the
has
BCS
not
is
happened.
voting only. You can't get. There was no way that they would have voted Boise State to play against, Alabama in the BCS era or Florida State in the BCS era.
Because at that time,
that way.
Yeah, that's true. At that time, Boise State at that time was insane.
There was a computer component and there was a coaches poll and an AP poll that put you in the BCS championship game. Now with the playoff system, this is supposed to level all of that and not make it necessary. So you should have some form of representation from other schools across the country in that game. Give them a shot.
So,
all right, Sai. All right, hold on, Connor. You already got your point. Hold on. Sai, real quick. From punter, you. All right. So, what are your thoughts?
I like the new format. I think that the 5th seed going to the best group of 5 team is fair, because this is the first year and what feels like forever that a group of 5 team actually can come to the national stage and try to prove it. If they get bounced first round, oh darn, they get bounced from first round.
Yeah.
But contrary to Kenny's point, it's college football. Anything can happen. And who doesn't like an under?
That's complimentary.
Complimentary, contrary. I said the wrong. I said the wrong thing. Hey, accountability. Said the wrong thing. But I like it. I like an underdog. I like an underdog story. So
what's up, brother?
I want to see a group of 5 team make it far. Because we'll get good memes out of it.
The basketball tournament has continued to expand. They're up to what, 64 teams now? 68 teams.
Well,
you're giving Loyola a shot.
64. Stop freaking
68.
The first 4.
You gotta count the first 4. You gotta count the first 4.
It doesn't mean shit.
But all I'm saying is they've continued to expand to make sure that the little schools can actually get in there and demonstrate that they belong in these tournaments. Loyola went how far? I mean, Northwestern's a Big Ten team, and they constantly lose in the tournament if they even make it. So I think it's good to give the little schools a shot, the smaller schools a shot.
Dude, I would love to see South Texas Tech in the college football playoffs going up against Alabama, and just like, hey,
Getting creamed.
Round of applause. Like you made it this far, just to get you could get smoked, but you could put up a fight.
yeah,
I don't know.
why not?
Can
So
I paint a picture though? If
No.
I'll let MJ
No.
prove his
No.
point, but
no. So what I think will
I'm still gonna
actually
do it.
happen with all of this is I think the scheduling for the entire season will get much more intricate and will get much more important
Mhm.
because with 12 teams now, those head-to-heads are really going to matter. And so when you look at the smaller schools, they're going to have a much bigger incentive if you're on the bubble of a year previous to schedule a harder schedule and go out of your way to try to get, in Oklahoma on your schedule or something like that, to go out of your way and try and prove your worth so that when it comes to selecting those top 12, hey, I beat Oklahoma, right? Because we see multiple upsets every single year that are like, oh, that's why Alabama shouldn't be in the top 4, whatever it is. And so when you look at a top 12, there's going to be way more of that and way more of those head-to-head games mattering. And I think that's going to make it way more fun because a head-to-head matchup between, LSU, Oklahoma is going to mean way more than it used to because those two teams will probably be in the top 12, whereas sometimes they'd be in the top 4, sometimes not. Those head-to-head matchups are going to become even more exciting, and I think that's what I love the most.
But if we take last year's scenario, like Liberty was the best Group of 5 team last year, and we take the number 12 team in the country, which is Oklahoma last year, do you agree that if there was the format last year that they're implementing these next coming years, do you think that Liberty should be able to snub Oklahoma over that 12th spot because they're a better team? Do we honestly think Liberty can beat Oklahoma?
In one game, who knows?
I mean, it's obviously anything can happen, right? Anything can happen, right? But you cannot convince me that the Liberty I watched last year and the Oklahoma I watched last year, that game's not going to be close. And that's my point.
You don't know how they play.
And that's my point. But
you
anything can
have-
happen.
you have
I agree with
Coastal
you.
Carolina that's developing into a really strong program. You've got the potential for Boise State to return to what they were able to do in the early 2000s. Liberty's kind of a small anomaly right now that they were the highest ranked of the Power 5 last year.
You guys see that
But-
early 2000s.
But you have the opportunity for these teams to go out there, strike up a couple deals in the portal, find some transfers, get to where they need to be in order to compete with Oklahoma or USC to be in that top 12 conversation.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's awesome. Well, this is usually the time that Kenny originally joins us, but he's already on here. Unfortunately, we don't have Nate to give us his amazing input, professional. So that being said, we're gonna have
Kristaps Porzingis, man, so inspirational.
dude. I'm saying, dude, he's going off right now. Boston looks really freaking. I know, Kenny, this isn't your wheelhouse right now with talking about NBA basketball or anything, but
Not unless it's like the 96 Bulls, but yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now,
Real
Porzingis looks really good. So Porzingis had, what was it, a calf or ankle? Was it calf or ankle? I think it was calf.
Calf.
Yeah. And he's been out, I think, the majority of the playoffs. And he came back and he looks really effing good. So right now it's halftime and the I don't even know if I could say the score. Who gives a shit? In the Mavericks Celtics NBA Finals game 1 out in Boston. Porzingis looks like an absolute beast with the Bill Walton freaking thing across their left sleeve right there. And the Celtics are up by like what, 20 something?
21, yeah.
Dude. Wow. Are the Celtics going to win another championship, guys?
Unless Luka learns how to play defense.
Well, she won't. So yeah, no. Celtics and 7 is pretty easy.
Oh, 7? 7?
I do
Celtics
see
and
it
7?
going only because Kyrie Irving exists and he tends to shine in the finals. Luka ain't gonna do none. Maybe a little bit here and there, but like he ain't playing defense. So if he's playing defense, okay, then maybe it would be. Everybody's saying Madison 6, but
Oh my
Luka don't know how
God!
to play
You
defense.
real-
So substitute
Dude,
7.
you can't take away from
Jason,
the pure,
Jason Tatum's go- Jason
You
Tatum
cannot
is
take
gonna run the
away
table.
from the fact that the guy was a top 5 MVP candidate. You can't. Like, I know the defense.
Oh, I can.
He can't play
So fast.
defense.
I-
So
I can. So
Jeez, can I
Take away.
finish a point before you guys decide to freaking bust a nut everywhere? So,
negative.
like my biggest thing, I know the defensive inefficiencies that he has, and to be honest with you, as a coach, it would piss me off like none other. But that being said, that's the reason why that the Mavericks ended up going out and getting Gafford. Gafford is supposed to be, guess what, last line of defense after Luka gets beaten, and Kyrie and Kyrie Irving, whom you hold on a little higher pedestal than Luka, MJ. But Kyrie doesn't play the best defense either. So honestly, I really don't think that the Mavericks defensively are a very good team. I think they more or less got to the playoffs, or got to the NBA Finals based off more of their offense than their defense, in my opinion. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and I'm okay with that. But again, the visual eye test. So that's the reason why they went and got Gafford. That's the reason why they who was the other one? Who was
Derek Lively, they drafted.
Yeah, and they got Lively too. Yeah, and who I actually do really like a lot as well. So that being said, though, I don't think it's going to go 7 games, and I don't want to do this because obviously, as a Bulls fan, I don't want to say this. Dude, if Porzingis, if he's okay, so I'm gonna preface it with this. Every player, and I hope it doesn't happen, every player that has had a major calf injury, unfortunately, has resulted in an Achilles tear. We saw with Kobe, we saw with Kevin Durant, we saw with Aaron Rodgers, we saw with Joe Burrow. So obviously, I'm talking football there, but you see that. So that being said, I hope it doesn't happen with him. That's not, that's so if he's healthy, Boston wins this series in 5. But
I think that's why they held him out for so long, because they were worried about that. He could have supposedly played in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think the Mavericks would if all of a sudden out of nowhere we see an Achilles tear. I think the Mavericks win the series. So I think Porzingis is like and MJ, credit to you. This is the only time I'm slobbing on that knob. Credit to you that you did say it feels good. You did say Porzingis was a X factor, like way earlier. By the way, way earlier. So
that was on Dave's division, by the way.
It's true. Thank you for bringing that up, Bruce. I appreciate that. I know we don't agree super
sometimes
often.
I want my flowers too, but y'all don't fucking give me that shit.
I give you credit for calling Mitchell
Trubisky
before we really knew he was a bust.
Oh, well, that was like
you knew about that one. Yeah. Well, no, 4 years ago.
Penny's like, well, that's like low hanging fruit.
I mean, yeah. So the reason, I agree, Bruce.
Draft night. That was terrible.
The X factor, the reason the Mavericks matched up so well with the Timberwolves have twin towers, 2 7-foot guys, right? And
a 22-year-old stud who's going to be. Sorry.
No, you're correct. You're correct. The Mavericks have Gafford, PJ Washington, and Derek Lively, who can match that interior presence, right? The reason Kristaps Porzingis is so incredible is because he's shooting 40% plus from 3, and he's going to bring whoever they have in their rotation at center out to the perimeter. And so when you have 2 guys who can drive like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I'm sorry, but Derek Jones Jr. is a good perimeter defender, but there's only one of him. And then there's 4 other guys on the Boston offense who can drive and get to the rim. And when you have Porzingis keeping their 5 out on the perimeter, this is just going to spell disaster. And that's what you're already seeing is Porzingis is lighting up these guys. I understand they can sit in the paint and block shots. When Kyrie or Luka get obliterated on the perimeter, but it's an entirely other thing to guard a 7'3" dude who can shoot from 30 feet. And so I don't think this is going to be close. I truly think Celtics in 5 at worst. I really think that the Mavs are going to get exposed. Obviously, their offense is good, but I think it's going to get exposed because you want to know why? Jaylen Brown is a really good defender. Derek White is a really good defender. Drew Holiday is a really good defender. So these are the best defensive players that the Mavs have seen all season. And to think that the Mavs are going to win even back-to-back games, no, not going to happen.
I don't know. You can't take away from the sheer fact that Kyrie and Luka have been like averaging 20, 25 plus, like 20.
Oh yeah, they've been great offensively, but like,
so I think I do okay. So and while I did say 5 games for the Celtics, I could see it going 6, but I think that it could be a similar situation that the Mavericks had with the Timberwolves. And they just put a beat down after the Mavericks decided to win a game against the Celtics. And the Celtics are like, yeah, we're just going to slap you. You're done.
Well, and that's the thing is the Celtics also have played so many fewer minutes so far in the playoffs because they have been beating up on everybody they played. So the stress on their bodies, the health overall of that team, Luka fakes an injury every time the opposing team goes on a run, so that doesn't really matter.
It's so true. Okay,
Thank you. Please, please do.
It's so true.
Please do.
Okay,
please.
Like as much as I do like him, like the fact that he bitches and complains about every single call, like it frustrates me so much. Like, okay, so this is Meathead Bruce is coming out, just so you guys are well aware of this. Like, don't be a bitch, dude. Stop being a bitch. You're like I played. Okay, so. I didn't get a very, very, very high in basketball. I played JUCO basketball. That's all I got to. And it wasn't even that high. It was like a game. Not even a game. It was like me sitting on the bench and be like, is this for me? So that being said, like no joke, okay, so in junior high, we had different pressing during an amount of like points that you're up or whatever, or down by, blah, blah, blah. There was a time where I got a rebound. I pointed at a kid and I was like, there's no fucking press. I flat out said, I held the ball in this hand. I put it over here and I look over to him. I'm like, no fucking press. And I'm waving my finger in his face because we're just doing well. And I got in trouble, but I just it's kind of sad to see that transition to people being like, getting hit and being like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you see more physical play.
Can you do that one more time?
No. You see negative. You see more physical. I'm gonna say this. How about this? There is more physical play in the WNBA than there is in the NBA now.
I don't agree with that, but I mean, I don't really see like Draymond Green choking people out in the WNBA.
Well, yeah, but okay, no, but that wasn't play. That wasn't play though. That was like in a practice or whatever. Like I'm talking about like Kennedy. What's her name? The
Carter.
Okay, thank you, sir. Kennedy Carter, knocking over Caitlin Clark because basically they're trying to do the Jordan rules. Which, by the way, that was another thing I wanted to talk about tonight, but we probably won't get to it. It's fine. But yeah, no, I just think Luka needs to stop being a little bitch and understand that he is an absolute stud and people respect the crap out of him. And dude, the European basketball that you played was more physical than the NBA. So act like it.
Can I point out a stat though that I saw the other day that was interesting? There has never been MJ hates numbers, but I love him. But there has never been 2 players who has led their team in points, rebounds, and assists meet each other in the finals. First time in NBA history. And it's not often that a player has, led their team in all those categories. What's interesting to me is that Luka's been able to do that, and Jason Tatum's been able to do that with that team around them. Especially someone like Kyrie, especially someone like Jaylen Brown, who doesn't have a left hand with Jason Tatum.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
Jalen
So
Brown.
I'm just curious to see like how that plays into effect in this finals. You know, taking charge, whatever you want to see it.
That's
I just wanted to point
hilarious.
that out.
Fair.
I thought it was cool.
Let's see what Lucas' stat line looks like right now. Oh, that's crazy. He got 17 points and his team's still losing. You want to know why? Because he's a -10 box score plus minus.
Okay,
'cause he can't play
no.
defense.
Plus minus is such a bad stat.
I know it is.
okay.
I know it is. I know it is.
Okay.
I know it is.
Hate
But yeah,
that stat.
That's
Hate
fine.
that stat.
You can hate that stat all you want.
It's not an accurate stat. It's not an accurate stat. Anyways,
No,
Kenny, what
I
do you
mean
got?
over a whole season it can be accurate. In one game it's not.
Kenny, what do you got?
Celtics in 4.
Oh, wow! You just threw it
I
out.
like that.
You just
I
threw it
like
out.
that.
Fuck it.
Dang!
No, that's awesome.
As
Oh,
he's rocking the Nets
no,
jersey.
no
too.
timeout. No
Oh.
timeout for him. No timeout for Kenny. No
No.
timeout for Kenny.
I'm above
Kenny's
the
just
timeouts,
like,
Bruce. Come on now.
Yep, I guess.
Bang!
I guess so. Fucking
No,
founders don't
It's
get
the
it.
least
Oh, yeah.
educated opinion I could have. I think the
Well,
Celtics are a better
Or
team.
out.
I'll take it. Celtics in 4.
Yeah.
I like
Celtics
it.
actually have talent, teamwork.
Si, what do you got?
Celtics in 7.
Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
It'll be
Gonna be like, oh,
competitive.
Mavericks.
Stroke that thing, cuzzo.
What? Why are we-
What?
Who's Connor? Just because you in bed, don't mean.
That wasn't me.
I know it was Bruce. And I saw the look on his face. I just like messing with Connor.
Stroke that thing, cuzzo.
Yeah, I know your hand is on a mouse, Bruce. I can see it.
Well, that's what we're calling it now.
It's on,
Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Time out.
Yeah, Bruce. What's down there with your right hand right now?
Inches already. We're expecting about 2 more inches.
My cell phone.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what else is on that little table right there next to your computer?
Little.
Yeah, to the right of your computer. Yeah, right there. Your
Okay.
hand's on it right now. Ah, there it is.
It's that big.
Stroke that thing, cuzzo.
That big?
Oh,
That's
Connor,
tough.
go ahead, Connor. Go ahead, Connor.
I don't know. I had to take careful consideration because I do like the play of Kyrie in the playoffs. And yes, I do yap MJ. I know. I understand this.
Okay,
that-
stop. Oh, okay, no, stop. Hold on, real quick. The fact that you have MJ calling you a yapper, that's the pot calling the kettle black right there.
Listen, I do so much sitting here and listening now. You and I used to yap. We do much more facilitating now. Facilitating. No, facilitating.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Facilitating.
No! Stop it! Yes!
Connor, you just made it weird. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop
No,
because
you gotta go here and then like.
Okay, Connor, Mavericks and what?
no, I'm gonna say Celtics in 6. I really like the Mavericks against the Timberwolves because I didn't think anybody was gonna be able to beat that defense, not even the Celtics. But I didn't expect the Mavericks to win, so it's just like
Same.
it's
I
just
actually
I
thought
guess
the
it's
Timberwolves-
just I gotta
thought
go with the
Timberwolves-
Celtics.
I thought the Timberwolves would beat the Mavericks. To be honest with you.
I was really expecting you to say Mavericks, and I was gonna flash the thing that says Connor Davis' opinion doesn't matter. But because you said the Celtics, Connor Davis' opinion does matter, chat. You heard it here first.
All opinions matter, Cy.
That's incorrect.
Well,
that is incorrect.
yeah.
You know what opinion does matter is this.
I will give you pink eye, Cy, if you look at me sideways.
Hell no.
What?
It's the fact that
What?
you're gonna target that
Oh.
is insane.
All right. Well,
What?
let me tell
Wait till
you
we go back
What?
to Mobile. Wait till we go back to
Hey.
Mobile.
Hey,
That-
when
that-
your team
that-
is making unhinged comments
Thank
like
you.
this,
Thank
you need some good insurance, please.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Wertepny at 704-464-4544, let him know that Third Down Thursday sent you, or TDT Media. That's fine too. And he'll hook you up with some great rates, but also make sure you let him know that Connor and Cy are kind of sus. Anyway,
It's not me. It's
Hey,
all
It's
him.
just
Hey,
Cy.
Bruce.
It's just Cy, brother.
It's just
Cy.
him.
Bruce, did you see what Team USA did today?
I did not see what Team USA did today.
They beat Pakistan at the Cricket World Cup.
That's
That's like-
big.
That's like your local community college beating Georgia in a football game.
No, that's not true. All right, so flat out,
That's like Pakistan beating the U.S. at basketball.
This might be. I was about to say this might be my ignorance coming out, but aren't they supposed to be better than us at cricket?
Yes,
That's what
Yes.
we're saying.
That's-
That's why
that's-
Sergeant
that's why-
made the
that's kind of-
community
that's
college
why I made-
versus
that's why I
Georgia.
made that comment.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
That's like the U.S. men's team beating Brazil in soccer.
Oh, whoa! How about the women's Brazil team?
No.
No, our
Guys,
women's team is actually good. I know what you're saying, Bruce. I'm trying to
no,
say,
Kenny. No, Kenny.
no, I got
no,
you,
I don't care.
man. I don't care,
Brazil.
man. We're talking about playoffs.
Women's soccer. Come on, come on.
Yeah, much more talented than probably.
about playoffs.
They could probably beat US
Playoffs?
men's soccer. To be honest,
we can win a game.
I just hope we can win a game. Yeah, that was Dak Prescott this year. Anyway,
I've said all I said. I'm fine.
I've said all I said too.
All right, ladies and
We still
gentlemen.
got 8 minutes. Y'all can argue.
We haven't done it. No, we haven't done it in a long time, but I think it's time to pull it out. That's what she said. Just keep in there though.
We're going
That
through the
being
blender
said,
today, ladies and gentlemen.
We
Oh my gosh.
are bringing it back, MJ. Bringing it back. It's time for fireside chat, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the
It's a
time
little
where
cold in here.
we get to have conversation. We can say
Chilly.
whatever we want off the cuff. It's not like anything changed, but we can talk about basically anything we want to.
We still do need to do that though. We need to have like a TDT after dark.
We do.
Or you can ask
You do.
us anything that you want to know about us. So for those of you that are watching, you're more than welcome to ask. All right, let's have some fun.
So Connor, I have a question for you.
Here we go.
Complete.
I'm
No. This is
Here we
football
go.
unrelated. This is
Here we go.
versus God.
what.
Walk away.
What was your first impression when you met Cy?
My first impression when I met Cy, like in
I think-
Mobile.
Yeah. When you first laid eyes on Cy, what did you think?
Actually, I think I know this,
This
but
is such a
say it again.
weird.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I
I
know
want
what
you to lie, Connor.
No offense to Cy. No offense to Cy. But hey, sorry for bothering you. Just want to offer you.
Oh, the bots are back. Let's go.
But I'm not trying to be like generalizing or anything. When I first saw Cy, I was like, is this like just like every other college kid that experiences all these things for the first time and then kind of like overdoes it? And then we
Like
had
a-
like heart. And then we kind of
fucking
like had heart.
Like a strudel between the buns.
Sure,
Like,
Bruce.
really
I'm
bad
not really
terminology.
sure
we
what that
were
means.
talking about like sporting events, but okay.
Oh. Well, yeah, I was talking about pastries. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, Big Back.
But no, I didn't think Cy was just some like scum of the earth working with this. I mean, I knew he was there for a reason. He had to be good, or you wouldn't bring somebody that was terrible. I even took up for him in that YouTube comment.
You know what's terrible? Hold
Yeah.
on. You know what's terrible is hearing shitty Fortnite players in the background when you're having a podcast going on right now, or somebody who couldn't jump on Call of Duty because he couldn't equate to, the
Big Papa
guy,
Bruce,
the man, the myth, the legend himself.
You should call him out. He might post it on his YouTube beating you in Call of Duty.
Well, bring his ass.
he'd have to beat him first.
Oh, I would love. I would love.
Duty.
Hey, you ain't touching me in Call of Duty.
I don't know if
I'm
he
gonna say that
does.
right now.
Yeah,
He'll whoop my ass
he,
in Fortnite.
he
I'll
will
say
be
that right
puckered
now.
and running away so fast just from the
Fortnite's
trash
boom.
talk. Yeah,
Smack it, flip it, rub it down, baby.
Rub it down.
Rub it down, baby.
Okay, we got all right. So real quick, so the
He's not gonna rub it
homework-
down. He's just gonna
homework,
smack
homework,
it and flip it.
homework. I'm gonna say it out loud for not only you guys but also for me. We have to grab the Kenny Powers quote for when he says "smack it, flip it, rub it down," because it's from Kenny Powers. It's a Kenny Powers line that Nate yanked from them.
Wait,
Him.
what is Nate? Wait, Nate? Huh?
What?
He's yanking. Okay.
Okay, let me see if I can find it real quick.
He just logged. It just really just locked in real quick to do that.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain's all over the place right now.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to like mentally record a show. I'm just like
We gonna try.
I'm
So we need to record.
I'm going. I just want to record yelling at Connor for 20 minutes.
I should fucking dude. I should start doing a show again by myself. That'd be hilarious. That'd be
You
sick.
should.
We
That
could
would
use.
be-
So I will
That'd-
record it for you.
That'd be
Yeah,
a
I'll be your
scary-
producer.
That'd be a scary ass thing.
Here, let's get a taste of it. Bruce, let me get a intro
Oh, no.
for the Coach Bruce show.
No, we ain't doing that right now. What up, y'all? No, I'm just kidding. No, we ain't doing that. Get out of here. Get out of here. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Wait, it'd be like this. Sultry. Smooth. You hear that in the background? That's that fire for you.
That's bad. That's
I
really
am
bad.
clipping. I am clipping that and keeping that forever.
I like the beard stroke without the.
No,
I know there's no
so
beard. I know.
beard,
I gotta grow. I should grow it back out. Honestly, I should actually grow my shit back out. That'd be funny. Dude, I had the best. So during COVID, I had a great freaking mustache. Like I had a great
You
stash.
did.
And the wifey was like, "No, you gotta get rid of that." I'm like, "All right, fine." So I got rid of it. But she started to get. What was weird though is when I got rid of it, she was like, "You know, I was starting to getting used to it." And I was like, "Damn." Dude, but the weird thing is, no, but Kenny, here's the weird thing though. And like you being the only person here with facial hair, I have red facial hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The disrespect.
So it's kind of funny because that'd be oh, there it is. You did say that. Don't act like you didn't say that. You said that. I'm gonna bring back the. Hey, babe, I'm gonna bring back the mustache. And, like it. Get them rides.
She gonna
too.
bite it off like Twizzlers off your lip.
Bringing back the mustaches. Yo. All right.
I'm so uncomfy right now. I don't even,
What did he say?
I don't even
What did he say?
fighting it off like Twizzlers.
right,
I don't
Wait,
like the
I didn't say
mustache.
that. I didn't say that. Who
I
said
said that.
Twizzlers?
No. Connor said that.
Dang. Connor
I'll
said
never
she will
like
bite it
that.
off your lip like Twizzlers.
That's yeah.
I
Your
get
producer
where-
was
Red
like,
hair.
I get where Connor was going with it.
No, like I get it.
appreciate
I just
I
don't.
appreciate it. It was a good effort.
I don't appreciate it.
MJ, you don't appreciate much. It's okay.
I appreciate
I got
you.
your back, Connor. I got your back. Don't worry.
I appreciate you.
You don't appreciate what I say.
No, I don't. But I appreciate you. There's a difference.
Well,
I appreciate you.
All right. Well, how about this, MJ? What?
Oh my lord. Oh, wait.
She hates
I
Twizzlers.
disagree with the
You're
Twizzler
close.
hate, though. Come on.
Dang, that's crazy.
I
She
like
does-
strawberry
she
better
does.
though.
She does.
What's-
She does hate Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers. I absolutely love Twizzlers. That was my go-to candy. No joke. When every movie I would go to, immediately it'd be Twizzlers and like the what the fuck is not the slushy? What the hell is it called? The
Icy.
I see.
I see.
Yeah.
But it could be
You-
called a slushy
You
too.
bought that at full price at the movie theater?
No, dog, dude. Like I used to go to like the B movie theater back in Elk Grove back in the day
Elk
when I
Grove?
paid
Yeah.
$1.50 for a movie ticket and like pay like what $2 for like I paid more money for the fucking icy than I did for the actual ticket for the movie.
That's about how it is now.
Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. Now it's like
Like
Yeah.
what? Shit's like $9.50 for
$9
everything. Like what?
$9-10 for the movie and like fucking what $5-7 for the icy. Yeah, no.
I'm going to the pick and pack down the road to stash up before I go up in that movie.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You walk.
That
in,
was the
you-
most
I agree.
Mississippi thing I've ever heard in my life.
The hell's a pick
Not-
and pack?
I, was like, what the- I know Dollar Tree. I don't know Pick and Pack. What the
Bro,
fuck?
I'm going. I'm gonna go to Farm and Fleet.
A pick and pack isn't like a brand store. It's just like a store you go through to pick through and pack up before you go and wherever you're going through. It's a pick and pack.
I'd rather have a store name than a Pick and Pack. That just sounds.
You know what? No,
Not
I'll
for me.
actually disagree
Not
with
for
you.
me.
Fucking
I'll-
Walgreens,
I'll-
come on.
I'll
Thank you.
No,
Thank you,
Walgreens
Kenny.
is too-
Thank
no,
you.
No,
No,
100%.
Kenny knows.
Walgreens,
Walgreens,
is way
CVS, Dollar
too
Tree.
expensive.
Go to one of them
No,
bitches.
too
Go
much
get your
expensive. Too expensive. No, too expensive. Farm and Fleet.
Dollar Tree's too expensive. Okay.
No, not Dollar Tree. I'm talking about
Dollar's
Walgreens.
too expensive?
Walgreens is too expensive, bro.
Walgreens has gotten too expensive, yeah, for sure.
Ah, see,
Hey,
there it is.
hey, just blame Jackson.
You know why?
Okay.
Yeah,
You know why,
literally,
Kenny?
blame us-
We
blame
live
Super
in
Jackson.
Illinois. That's why.
I'm going
And
to
with that
Dollar
being said,
General.
ladies and gentlemen, you know what you don't need to pick or pack is some good insurance because Jeff Wertebny and Air Insurance will take care of you. It's been a pleasure. I love you all with all my heart. We'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.
Run the card, guy. Somebody, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Bruce, I am calling home and taking away that mouse from you. I swear, I am getting that mouse
Bad.
taken away from
Bad.
you.
We cannot be doing that.